welcome back to my Flosstube channel, Thread the Needle. This is where I share my cross-stitch updates with you all. Thanks for coming back and joining me here today. You can also find me on Instagram at My Stitch Diary. Also, you can find me on Etsy and Instagram at Thread the Needle Designs, where I've started to design my own cross-stitch patterns. Now, let's jump right in. Okay, so stitching update. Let's see. So, where shall I start? I think I wanted to start by, well, obviously saying we're in a different setting today. My husband and I decided to spend the week at the cabin. So he's been going back and forth to work from here, and I've been taking some time off and spending it here. It's been lovely and relaxing. I was half debating doing the video outdoors, but in true Newfoundland way, it is not great outside. It is back to fall weather, and it's a bit rainy and drizzly today, so we're doing it indoors. And as a backdrop, this is the only cross stitch that I have framed and put up in the cabin. I don't know if you can see it very well. Maybe I can pop up and bring it closer. This was a pattern that I did a really long time ago, and it just fit the theme, and it just fit the theme and the feel of the cabin, and I left it here. It is from Heaven and Earth Designs. It is discontinued, so you can't get it anymore, sorry. It's called Terra Fairy Sprite. It was part of a prize giveaway for anyone who finished their stitch along years ago. But I get to look at her every time I come to the cabin. So, since the summer has unofficially ended for most of us, I have been, I've had more time to stitch, and I'm super happy about that. And I was trying to see, do I want to rejig my stitching plan? Because as always, as I've been noticing the last 2-3 summers, I don't really stick to a plan because I don't really have a lot of stitching time. Just somehow life interrupts in June, July, August. It always disappears. So whatever happens, happens, and I'm glad for whatever little time I do get during the summer to stitch, but now we're into fall and I want to get right back into it. And I thought, okay, do I need to come up with a new routine and a stitching plan? Many of you who know me already know that I like structure when it comes to my plan and layout of my whips. And I have a lot of them, a lot of whips, like a lot. So I had divided them into categories. One category was for the main rotation group, I called it, for things that I wanted to see progress on this year, or at least I wanted to at least stitch on them at least once or twice a year. Then the rest fell into the secondary category, which was my daily 50s, which I'll explain. Then I had my focus pieces. So a friend of mine in one of our stitching groups, Leanne Stitches, she was like, you know what, I'm gonna put everything into ChatGPT, have a conversation, and see what it comes up with. And I was like, oh my God, that's genius. Why don't I do that? So I did, and it was really good. It kind of gave me the same kind of plan that I had, but it gave me a little sharper goals because I was able to really pinpoint what I want to see and what progress I want to see for each of my projects. So this is what it gave me. I said on my Ganesha, I wanted to see a definite finish next year. I asked that I wanted to see a finish by March or April next year. Then I said the new Batman piece that I started for my daughter, I wanted to see a finish by the time she graduated college, so it gave me goals for that. My anniversary piece, while it's not a complete focus piece any longer, I still wanted to see continuous progress on it. And then I still wanted variety, so I didn't want to do just those 3 pieces, so it gave me a flow. So the plan right now is to stitch a certain number on Ganesha to get me to my goal, which is about 300-ish a day, and Batman about 200-ish a day to finish in that 2-year deadline that soft deadline that I gave myself. And anniversary, I'm gonna stitch one length of floss a day, and then I have my daily routine and my main rotation. So let's jump right into it, and I'll give you more details on each project and the method of stitching that I do with it. We're gonna start off with my Batman piece that I restarted recently because I just didn't like the way it was stitching up on the previous fabric that I had selected. So this is the Batman piece, how far I've gotten so far. And I'm actually happy. I think I've caught up to where I was before, kind of. At least this is the beginning of the B, so that's great. This is currently being stitched on 28 count 1/1 full cross, whereas before I think I had it on 18 count. And plus it was a very, I don't know, it just wasn't a comfortable stitch. And normally I love 18 count, but I think it was just because that 18 count was just so stiff, it just wasn't comfortable to stitch on. So I was like, instead of trying to find and waste the time to buy it and wait for it to come, I had this 28 count. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna start it, and the finished piece won't be as huge. So but I was cutting it close with the edges of the fabric, so I did stitch on extra scrap fabric that I had to the edges just to make it more comfortable in the frame. But since the last time I did a video, I was able to do about 1,700 stitches. Now, the new stitching plan didn't really come into effect until last week, so I had already been kind of stitching on this every chance I got prior to my new stitching goals. So the new plan requires that I stitch approximately 200 a day on this, and I want to try. I want to try and get there. It's going to be exciting when I get into the block stitching areas of the red for the letters. That's always helpful, block stitching areas. But I do enjoy the confetti stitches for the variety that it brings. And yeah, so this is my Batman piece. And it is 1/1 full cross on 28 count. Now, next up we have Ganesha. And since the last time I videoed, I was able to finish a diagonal, and I got about 990, let's say 1,000 stitches in it. So here is the diagonal complete, and the next one started. Okay, that's a better lighting. I cannot explain how much I absolutely love this piece. And if you can tell, I am like 3 stitches off the edge of the piece. So this is where it is. So after here, there's another row and a half. Yeah, a row and a half. But I would say majority of that is going to be this background. So fingers crossed it goes quickly and I can keep up with my stitching plan and get it done for my March-April deadline of next year. And this is on 22 count, 2/1 full cross. And I'm super, it's always such a joy to stitch on it. I really, really enjoy it. Now, I haven't taken it out of the frame, but if you want, you can see this is where we're at. We're over 50% for sure. I think it's like 55 or almost, yeah, 55-ish, I think. But yeah, so this is where we're at. And this one, with the new stitching plan, I want to complete about 300 a day. I'm hoping that'll get easier once it gets into the background and the detail sections are complete. And yeah, so really looking forward to it. I love this one every time I get a chance to pick it up, so I'm happy to continue going with this one. Next up, we have my anniversary piece. And with no set deadline in sight, and I just wanted to see continuing progress on it, I was able to keep going on this one. So here we are. I did about 600 stitches since the last time you saw, and his face is becoming more of a face. In a long time it was just his eyes, and now we're getting into the nose and the smile, and it's lovely. I enjoy this a lot. This is on 28 count, 1/1 full cross. It is a lot of confetti, a lot of like those brown flesh tone colors, and it can get a little monotonous, which is why I do like my rotation. So the plan for this, just so that I can see continuous progress on it, is to stitch one length of floss a day. What does that mean? That means for whatever length you like to stitch in. Some people have a measured length. Some people just literally have a way of measuring it from whatever you carry your floss on. They stretch it out, that's their length. Some people wind it around something and that's their length. For me, it used to be like an arm's length. Now, since I started the new floss anthology way of storing my floss, it's all pre-cut. So it's one length of floss, stitch it, done, put it away. So I'm really enjoying this and can't wait to see continued progress on it. Now, what else did I stitch on in the last few weeks? I did stitch on Colorful Abstract because it came up as the next in my main rotation. The main rotation is filled with projects that I want to see myself stitching on this year. Because what I had noticed in the previous year was there were so many projects in my WIP pile that I hadn't even touched, and I just didn't like that. So I made a new decision or a way of my stitching methods to make sure that I stitched on every single WIP this year. Getting close. So, but I do like the method that I have chosen. So this one was Colorful Abstract, and I was able to put in, was that clear? I was able to put in 500-ish stitches on there. And the thing about this one is it's very, I won't say it's mindless because it is very, very confetti heavy, but at the same time, it is exactly what the name suggests. It is an abstract picture and it's colorful. It's so confetti heavy, but you don't know what you're stitching on. And I still don't know what I'm stitching on. I think I looked at the picture. It's some kind of pinwheel design, but literally it is so abstract that it's mindless in the sense that you don't have to think about what area you're stitching on. You're just following the pattern and going for it. And I've used colors that I would never think of putting together. And I think that's the fun part about it. So I'm enjoying this a lot. Colorful Abstract. This is on 22 count, 2/1 full cross. It might be 20 count. I think it's 22 count. Anyway, Colorful Abstract. There you go. Got another 500 stitches in there. And the last WIP that I'm going to show you is Tiger Dreams. This piece falls in my daily 50s piece. So this is the secondary rotation group that I have that I want to see. It falls into the category of projects that I want to at least touch once every year or so, every year. And it's in my daily 50 group. What does that mean? So every day for the week, I have to stitch 50 stitches on it. So that's my daily 50. And I finished the diagonal. I have 445 stitches added since the last time you saw. And this is Tiger Dreams. Such tiny, tiny stitches. Can you see that? Oh, I cannot wait for the lovely tiger to appear. He won't though, not for a very long time. But this is a mindless stitch. It's very checkerboard, very confetti heavy kind of stitching, but I still enjoy it a lot. Until the next time it comes in my rotation. So that is my WIP update for this video. Next I wanted to discuss a project that I'm actually very proud of. So my friend Kaylee, Kaylee Tent Stitch on Instagram, has a store, The Sewing Shop, and she sells a variety of things. She sells patterns, project bags that she all makes by herself, everything. And she also has these themed boxes that she sells, mystery boxes, so themed by country. And she recently did one of India. I did an unboxing video of it. You can check back and watch it. In it, I designed a pattern for her box. And when the box came for me, I was like, you know what? The fabric that she gave with it is so beautiful. I wanted to stitch on it. And on my Instagram, you will find a video of me stitching each motif and as the project grows. And it's beautiful. I forgot to add music to that video, but it's still a nice video. So here is that on her beautiful fabric that she dyed herself. Here is the pattern that I designed and stitched on Kaylee's fabric. I think it came out so lovely. The black contrast to the fabric is beautiful. And now all I have to do is finish it. I haven't decided how I'm going to do it. I'm not a big finisher. I've never done that myself. Usually, as you can tell, they all get framed, but I think this would be something I'd like to do myself and maybe add some embellishments, or I want to figure out a way to do it. So if anybody has any ideas, feel free to drop a comment, and I look forward to seeing what I can do with this. I really enjoyed stitching it. It was so much fun. And thank you to Kaylee for the opportunity to design for her box. There you go. And this is soon going to be available on my Etsy. Now, that is my update. Next week I'll be back home in my regular setting, and look forward to more updates to share with you. I hope you have enjoyed your time here with me. As always, I enjoy it, and I look forward to watching more updates. What do I have coming up? Well, I'm gonna continue with this stitching plan for until the end of November. And then in December, you all know what's coming, and you all know what I love so much. That's right, Christmas. And I'm gonna be doing my regular Christmas countdown videos, and it's gonna be so much fun. I have plans. I'm gonna get, I'm still looking for a coffee advent calendar. The one I usually get is not available, or I haven't found it yet, but I think I might swing by Winners. They always have a few advent calendars there, coffee or tea, so I'll have to grab one of those. I am still going to do the stitch along videos at the beginning of each Christmas countdown day, but I have something exciting planned for that, and I can't wait to share it with you. And oh, I did sign up for the Caterpillar Cross Stitch Advent Calendar. Super excited about that. I usually don't stitch on their patterns just because they are not full coverage, but I find myself more and more intrigued and wanted to get back into it. I think years ago I had one of their stitch alongs and I enjoyed it. It's very not my style in the sense there are a lot of like cutesy patterns, but colorful and so well designed. So I wanted to just jump in and see what this mystery box was like, because I saw a lot of Christmas vlog videos and countdown videos last year, and a lot of people had it, and I thought it was so much fun. So I thought I'll give it a go. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I still want to do the same kind of challenges that I did last year. So if anybody has any ideas on challenges, the daily challenges that I can do for my stitching, let me know. I haven't, it's not time yet to pick what patterns I'll be stitching on for the month of December for those challenges, but as time comes near, I will get into that in the same way. I'll be posting it on my Instagram. You get to pick which project I stitch on, but exciting times. I love doing those videos, and I'm so thankful that you all watch along as well, those of you that do. And yeah, that's it. So until next time, thanks again for joining me here today. Thread the needle here, and follow me on Instagram for any updates in between these Flosstube videos for my stitching progress. Take care, have fun, happy stitching everyone.